Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the actual finale? Question mark? Um, the thing I was confirming last time was I thought Becker was De Silva for a second, Wilson De Silva. So that that was really confusing for a second, but confirmed now. Got it.
Okay, Max.
Which is this guy.
You've checked the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them, too. Every last one of those bastards.
Alright, so this is gonna end at an airport terminal, huh?
Check in. Come on, you bastards.
Oh wait, am I locked here? Oh, okay, good. I was just saying, that is so stupid. But no, I wasn't, so it's all good. Okay, that's a perfectly, and in fact, that's a sick intro to a level. Using auto aim to carry me through this horrible gun. Ooh. Wait, is that bulletproof? Oh. Alright, good luck. Uh-oh. I can't fucking see where I'm aiming because this gun's dog shit. And I can't soft lock. Oh, got him. That was like, had already given up hope. I was like, well, I'm just shooting the bullets and praying at this point.
It felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
Get him.
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. This was the back office. They'd be on their way to the nearby lounge. doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead.
I mean, isn't it gonna be
There were
filled? Oh, I
UFE
guess
all over the airport, and
they cleared it
civilians
out.
were being moved out.
Okay.
Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
God, I wish I could turn my brain off and remove myself from the max story plot line and actually enjoy this game as I'm sure most people do. Cause this is sick. Like you go into this level, boom, we're in the airport section, cool music's popping off. Like 90% of the gunfights, that's how it is. Where? Where? Aha. Oh, from where? I better not be out of pain pills. Okay, good.
A gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge.
What? No. Aim. Where are you aiming, bro? It's not letting me aim at the guy. It's not letting me aim at the guy. I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die because the game won't let me aim. There's fucking physics in the way, and then he's not allowed to. Oh my god. Okay, well, whatever. At least the music's good. The cover situation's just ass. You either take the high ground and get no cover from the beginning thing, or you get cover on the bottom, but then when people show up top, then you have to. Deal with that fucking mess. If this was a tunneled hallway without the raised platforms, would have been sick. Oh, fuck. But I mean, I'm sure at this point you've been going through tunnel things, so it's like, yeah, we need it on our open one. just all huddled on the stairs. Why did you walk back like that?
A gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge.
Oh god. Now, the cool thing about it, at least this
Maybe
game,
they were in the next terminal. I'd keep looking until Victor sent me a postcard from Miami.
is because it's so polished and not buggy. The music doesn't randomly cut out. And of course, the classic, gotta start me with the fucking pistol because fuck you, that's why. Even though we just walked into cover, there was no thing we had to aim at. I'm actually gonna be pissed if that was a technical limitation. It's like, well, our animation for walking in, we always have to do this. Otherwise, if you're walking with certain things, it would break our game. The cinematic cutscenes, and I'm like, well then, fuck you. Fuck you, and that ruins the gameplay, honestly. Especially when you take away my gun because of it. Like, if that's a technical limitation that removes my gun in some of those sections, fuck you. Check out this, we're getting on the train. Train battle. Well, here's my tight corridor I asked for. So I got what I wanted. Why'd you leave cover, you dumbass? I didn't. It's so annoying because half the time it's like, oh yeah, I do really have to just press the button if I want to leave cover, but other times they just walk away.
It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on. If I was going to be able to turn the power on anywhere, it'd be in the office.
Yeah, I know. Don't give me a fucking laser sight, good lord.
It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
Whack! Where? Alright, which train do we
We
go?
were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a
Nope.
second.
That means more people.
At least until we pulled into the station.
Now they're gonna
and
fucking
met
jump
more
through the
murderous
building's
assholes.
fucking windows somehow.
Son of a bitch.
That doesn't even make
Didn't work
sense.
out like that. Of course, there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
I mean, it does, but I don't know. These sections are always the least inoffensive. Well, I don't know. No, yeah. Once if I can move, they're the least inoffensive of the rail segments. Like, that's cool. I like the... Again, the set pieces are top notch. Oh god. Gonna fight armored motherfuckers?
It was
He
perfect.
dropped him from a...
Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
Oh, that is a fun way to change up the aiming a little bit. Force people out of cover.
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke. And it was a real good one. Come on.
Why were they even telling me?
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop.
Okay, do I have to...
It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Eu tenho tudo sob controle. Tenha uma boa viagem, senhor. I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker. Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! 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 Se abaixa, seu pedaço de merda!
Popping pills, slow motion. Bill's here. No, the fucking guy 2 feet next to me! If I can get a headshot, fuck them. There's the waste of ammo. No. Oh my god. What was that? Oh, the fucking grenade.
What do you expect to achieve here, Mr. Payne? We can walk away from all these dead bodies, pal.
Get off. Oh my god, he didn't, and then it didn't want to auto aim to the stupid thing. God, that, I fucking hate the auto aim in this game. The logic in what it decides it thinks is important baffles my brain sometimes. What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at? I fucking hate you, game!
Do you understand this place, man?
Shut the fuck up! Shut up. What are you doing? I'm belly flopping around like a fucking fish over here, dude!
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
What? No, I wanted to shoot him. I was just listening to the dialogue.
Get in, Max! I mean, just
Oh,
drive
whatever.
the fucking car! Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close! Whoa. Look! There's a whole team of them! Your side! We're getting hit! Come on! We've got a flight to catch! It's not going to take off without it! Insurance ain't gonna cover this! Shit! That about sums it
joke.
I normally a behind the desk kind of cop.
Only I've been one of them too.
Come on! Don't give up! He's out of the country. That's them.
Oh, it's still going. Okay. This is like Metal Gear Solid 3. We're blowing up Victor.
Asshole. Don't worry. Border's closed.
Shit! They're going.
Oh, I'm feeling the pain, all right. We're feeling some pain. Pain to the max.
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
Do I even have to, did I even have a choice?
You know I'll walk. You'll walk with a lift.
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation
Local
is
justice.
underway. Local residents expressed outrage, saying they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
Yeah, and then he walks off into the sunset to badass music, cause that's Max Payne. Yeah, he did it. Wow, look at him go. Dick's bandage. Okay. My disappointment aside. If you played this not knowing anything about the other Max Payne games, this is a fantastic game. Does it have certain issues and Rockstar-isms that I personally don't like? Yes. But if you look at it in a box, unrelated to all the other Max Payne games, it's that, and the story actually is fun. Like, if this is a story in like a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell game, this is like 10 out of 10 plot. You know? Like you're uncovering the political corruption scandal and even though I still don't think that ending would be a Max Payne ending, it's still good in that regard. So like, yeah, you put in the world of Tom Clancy, you put it in the world of like Rockstar or Grand Theft Auto or something. This is the easiest 10 out of 10 of all time. Yes, it's a fantastic game. It's a like well-connected, like John Wick-esque story, even though this predates John Wick, obviously. Like it's good in that regard. Like if you come at it from that angle, it is a 10 out of 10. However, that's not where Max Payne came from. It comes from the Remedy universe. More importantly, it comes from the first two Max Payne games, games that I think realize they are front and foremost games. They know it's a game, they embrace it, it's a game. They use that as their storytelling medium effectively, and what this didn't do is any of that. And that's why I say it's soulless. In a box, it's not as soulless. You're like, oh man, they have this interesting style. They have this comic book stuff, the gameplay, and all these set pieces and these slow-mo things. And Max, this retired bodyguard cop, is doing all these things in this grounded universe that are cool. And he just barely he Baba Yagas it. He John Wicks his way through. He's goes through the endless hordes. So it's an action hero type thing, and all that fun stuff. But that's not Max Payne. In fact, the Wilson De Silva, to me, even though he's not really, but he is the closest thing to like an actual in-universe Max Payne character to me. He's the only one that had any intrigue to him. And I guess the thing that pisses me off about the ending now too is, and that I say it's not a Max Payne ending, and what bugs me even more about, like, there's statements he's saying at the end where it's like, oh yeah, I didn't care anymore, I was the angel of death and blah blah blah. It's just like, there's a reason why in the other games I thought he had a sense of justice, to the sense that I would thought he is Tyr, a representation of Tyr, the god of justice. Like, there's these crimes and gangs that are gonna get away with all this stuff. Like, that's the whole premise of the first game, is like, these people are gonna get away with it, and the bureaucracy's tied, and because of that, he kills them. He kills them because they're above the law, and he has to take matters into his own hands and dispense the justice himself. Like, this is why he's called Dick's Bandage, because this ain't no Max Payne. It's 9 years after the first two games. It's just embarrassing as a Max Payne character. All the like foretelling and foreshadowing that they place in the game. I mean, I guess it does exist. Here's the thing, it does exist in the context of this plot, but like I said, there's no grandiose overarching part in that plot to like craft. There's no mythos, there's no imagination, there's no, we're running in the metaphorical, did I murder my wife, or what trauma has like wrought on Max, or we're not metaphorically walking through the flames of hell, or fighting through the gates of hell, like going through Ragnarok, or any of that shit. There's no imagination. There's no writing, there's no anything that creates the mythos that is Max Payne in this game. It's all soulless and vapid in comparison. Whereas like it's like a Kojima plot. Which is not a thing I like shy away from saying with Sam Lake, but it's just like he has a versed way to interweave narratives and interesting characters and write people properly. We don't have this fucking damsel in distress Gabriella moment where we don't even have a fucking other character. All the characters are so bland in this. They devolved Max into alcoholic drunk pillman instead of like a person that has a profound sense of justice, that is willing to go to the ends of the earth even though he has his dark tendencies and stuff like that. he still knows what's right from wrong and knows what's the good thing to do. And that's kind of where I come, and this is where I come back to Max Payne 1 a lot, actually, even though Max Payne 2 might be a little fresher. Well, Max Payne 1 might be getting closer to fresher as I'm editing stuff. But this is more analogous to 1, right? Because if you look at the whole plot, it's like, oh yeah, instead of drug trafficking and dispensing Valkyr across the city and sending like conspiracy agents to murder stuff, they're sending a secret police force to kidnap people and organ traffic them to do like other horrible shit. So it's very analogous in that way, and you're essentially doing the same thing. You know, you work with a cop to try to uncover this plot, and then as you uncover the plot, you start to realize that it's tied to this other thing. In the first game, it would be the Acer Corporation instead of like these, because it starts off with like, oh, this local gang wars that are actually part of this bigger thing that turns into like a government conspiracy, right? And in this government conspiracy is to get this guy elected, and so he can like get the pull favors and all that, so that he'll control the government and use his police force for whatever, and yada yada yada. In the other one, it's you know, the inner circle society running things at the top echelons of society, alluding towards not only just like Illuminati stuff, but that, you know, gods exist in the world of Max Payne. So not only does in the first game it goes into a government conspiracy, but it's layered onto the fact with, oh, there's Alfred Woden, who apparently has survived a shootout in this meeting room and got up off the ground and is seemingly immortal, and then we have to go fight these people to stop the influence of the Acer Corporation on the people and free them and stuff like that. But this witch who has been corrupting the inner circle or blackmailing everyone has been the dark force, and so Woden wants her out. Like, there's layers to the story. The TV shows, the baseball bat boy, the fucking what's the I can't remember. It's like something business, the other show, and then Lords and Ladies. Yeah, Max Payne TV shows. Address Unknown. Yeah, Lords and Ladies, Address Unknown, and Baseball Bat Boy are all mirroring moments in the. Oh, actually, even some of this stuff. Hold on. This is stuff I'm reading just now. Lords and Ladies is a Victorian era romantic drama that often plays in the background. Oh, wait, no, that's not telling me. The Address Unknown is one that parallels Max's own story. Yep, that one I picked up. Cartoon. Baseball Bat Boy cartoon found in Max Payne 3. How fucking dare it say a cartoon found in Baseball or Max Payne 3 when Baseball Bat Boy was a whole fucking level sequence in Max Payne 2. Go fuck yourself. Summary. And then Dick Justice, a crime drama referenced in the games. I don't even think the summary understands. But yeah, no, all of those do mirror aspects of the narrative. And in these games, it's played off more of like a joke. Oh, look at Baseball Bat Boy in this little short segment ad that added nothing to the story. Meanwhile, oh, very blatant in your face. Here's the news of what's going on. You better fucking figure it out because we're telling it to you straight to your face in this fucking TV thing. What's affecting, what's going on, and why it's a result of what's happening. No nuance, no subtlety. Personally, I fucking hated the like hazy I thought it was gonna be cool for scene transitions until they used it every 5 seconds. That drove me absolutely crazy. The fucking shaky cam was so unnecessary. The laser sights are god awful useless. I just hate the narrative for not fitting this world and not fitting what is supposed to be Max Payne. There's just no supernatural aspect of wonder, and the part that pisses me off the most about this whole thing is that this, I think, is more, it ended up being more popular. The reviews, everybody loved it. Nobody, apparently probably nobody gave a fucking shit about the writing or the plot. People just gobbled it up. Yum 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 yum. 5 out of 5 stars on Xbox. Look at this masterpiece. 10 out of 10. Loved it. Best game in the series, in my opinion, they say. Fool me with cheap tricks and superfluous effects, and oh, look at these animations. No personality levels in terms of, yeah, here's the obstacle course. It is in fact indeed an obstacle course. No character or personality to it. Which is not to say they're not designed well. The level design team itself, good. The fucking combat team, how to set up most of the encounters, fantastic. The feel of most of the things, I do have issues, obviously. I think the stuff I did complain about, and I tried to like reel back and be like, oh, you know, I'm being a little harsh. No, I'm not being harsh enough. Actually, it is a problem. But no one will agree with me. There's too many people that like Rockstar games and like this simulation-esque gameplay where they're like, you know what, I like the jank or the slowness of this and how but it feels realistic and stuff and blah blah blah. So I'm already on a losing battle. And I know this is already going to be a very unpopular opinion to begin with because the amount I'm shitting on this game. But know that the set pieces are fantastic. For if you're gonna do a set piece cinematic experience, this pulls out all the stops. With the boat section, like I do think to give Rockstar its credit here, they are fantastic at figuring out a way to make it make sense. To like jump through trains and fucking boats and all this stuff. The way that they somehow weave the action seamlessly together is quite impressive. Like, in terms of the level design and combat design and all of that stuff there, and like in terms of the set pieces, fantastic. Some of my issues, like maybe the sticky aim, having free aim on could help some of that stuff. I wouldn't put it past the game for that. Because some of my issues are hard aim, but then sometimes it saves the game though. Like where you're doing a bunch of these segments, you're just like bap 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 bap, even in slow motion. It's pretty nice. So I don't know. I'd have to find some type of balance to help me out there in a way that would improve the gameplay. And like I was saying before, there are encounters I hate. I think they're far and few enough in between where it's like, yeah, you can have a bad encounter, or like even if it's not an encounter for me, you can have one of those every once in a while. It doesn't ruin the overall experience. Like would I say, oh, if you like action shooting games and you've never played a Max Payne game before, would I recommend this game? Probably, absolutely. Like if I said like you should just play, this has incredible set pieces, incredible gameplay. Yeah, it will have some jank or like stuff that'll get in the way of the gameplay here and there, but overall, you'll have a good time. Like it, just don't just don't tell them about the first two games, or play the other two games afterwards. Because I think if I played Max Payne 3 first and I was like, oh man, this is sick, and then found out the world was like way more interesting later, then I would be like, oh, well, Max Payne 3 was good, but the story really, like, I would have enjoyed this game a lot more, and I wouldn't be such a fucking Debbie Downer over here. Don't get on this crazy ass game. Because I do think a lot of it is so good. It's just such a not Max Payne game. I wish Wait, Mona Sachs is allegedly in here? Maybe I guess a voice reference? I just would have preferred if they just rebooted it and didn't reference the other two games at all. Like, if you were gonna go this hard away from the mythical aspects, I just think you would have rebooted it. I literally would have zero complaints. I would have zero complaints actually. If they rebooted it as, like, you know how they rebooted Tomb Raider, you know, grittier, more survival aspect in the 2010 Tomb Raider game. Had they just done that, Max Payne, whatever, I would have loved this. I would have been like, yeah, you know, it's not the original. Like I did the Devil May Cry DMZ analogy. I was like, you know, it's not the original. It's not what I want, but I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it as a separate experience, unique to itself. Because I say that for DMC Devil May Cry. Do I think it's like a Devil May Cry game at like the original Capcom, like a DMC 5? No, or a DMC 4? No. Is it fun though, and a really incredibly good hack and slash game that's well put together though? Absolutely. Is the story interesting still? Yeah. Is it a normal Devil May Cry story? Absolutely not. No. But I don't hate that game because it didn't try to force itself into the canon of normal Devil May Cry. And that's why I fucking hate this one. It's crazy what that could have changed. And then they could have like evolved on this more, I think. I don't know if they got pushed back. Maybe they did. But if they did, and that like for some reason would have stopped them from making another sequel, then you should have just rebooted it. Yeah, Max Payne 2012 received high positive critical reception, praised for its visceral gunplay, cinematic presentation, and mature, dark storytelling. While some fans initially criticized the shift away from the noir style of the previous games in favor of bright, sun-drenched, sand-polished setting, it is often regarded as underrated, polished action masterpiece. This piece was one of the best third-person shooting mechanics in the industry. I mean, a lot of that isn't wrong. I wouldn't regard it as underrated. Wait, it is now often regarded as underrated. Yeah, I don't know if anyone would underrate it. Now, these days. Who's underrating it now? What other games are you comparing it to that do slow motion shooting? It was this and, like, let me see, hold on. When did Vanquish actually release? In terms of, like, big budget titles. Vanquish game. Wait, this came out before? Wait, 2010? Oh, fuck. Dude, no wonder. Bro, I'd be playing... I mean, I don't know if I played Vanquish at launch, but if you've played Vanquish... Okay, hold on. Before I say this. Vanquish does not have this type of plot, in the sense of it is a comically just like cinematic plot. It's very like get you to point A to point B. There's no grander conspiracy. This is definitely a more serious plot compared to Vanquish. So, for what I'm about to say, Vanquish will not compare on the story front nearly at all. But if you're looking for gameplay, Vanquish's gunplay far exceeds playing this game's slow motion gunplay. And it came out, I think, 2 years before. Yeah. That being said, I guarantee you this game sold infinitely more copies than Vanquish could have ever dreamed to sell. So the fact that this is saying that it's underrated would be crazy to me. Yeah, it is mature and dark storytelling. See, like, I guess I keep, like, again, in a box, removed away from the first two games. These are all true things. It is a fantastic game that is a dark, well-written story in terms of everything else. It's just, in terms of Max Payne, it's like, because the thing that I mean, this is a summary of AI overview. I'm shadowboxing a little bit. um, but my issue isn't moving away from the noir setting, which is actually hilarious, because half of the game is still in a noir setting, actually. Like, you're still flashing back to New York for, like, a good chunk of the game. That the way that everyone described it made it sound like, and that I had read online previously to playing it, made it sound like I was going to be in the island the whole fucking time. Where it's almost like maybe like a 40-60 split or something like that. Of like, past Max in New York / New Jersey and like modern day Max. Yeah, wait, okay, hold on. Now I'm... Oh. Oh, this guy might get it. I'm sorry. Now I'm deep in the forums because people are like trashing it. And I think this guy might sum up both sides here. Wait, what are they about to do here? Alright, this dude says, I love Max Payne 3, but I get why fans of 1 and 2 wouldn't. It's very different and undoes Max's development from the end of Max Payne 2. If anyone says it has bad gameplay or is badly written, then they're definitely crazy. But if someone says they didn't like it because it doesn't feel like Max Payne, doesn't feel like a proper sequel to them, I'd understand. And that's where I'm at. It doesn't feel like a sequel. That's why I keep coming back to if they just rebooted it, I'd have no issue. If they didn't call it 3, I think that person hit the nail on the head. Because yeah, I wouldn't say that I mean, I do say the story is bad, but it's bad in the context of the other games. And I've been trying to iron it in because I know I've been shitting on this game for what, like 7+ hours at this point, and people have been hearing me say the story's bad, the story's bad, the story's bad. That's what I'm trying to re-clarify. It's bad only for these games. Everything else is perfectly fine. Fantastic, even. Yeah, because that last sentence, but someone said they didn't like it because it doesn't feel like a Max Payne or doesn't feel like a proper sequel. And undoing Max's development is so true to me. That is the hardest part about the first, until basically Wilson da Silva comes in to like reveal to Max, in the biggest of air quotes, what's happening. Like, he is not even a shadow of a character, and it's so frustrating. Like that's where, yes, it undoes the development, and then I guess it's supposed to be so you feel something at the end when he comes back to his sense of justice, but it doesn't work, in my opinion, in the world of Max Payne. Yeah. I will say it's badly written. I maybe because I just like starting the shit and I want, but I do want to say it's badly written compared to the other games. I don't think the narrative is woven as interestingly. Because I do want, I just, it pisses me off. It pisses me off how it just lost all of the inspiration from it. That's why I have to say it's badly written compared to the other games. As an additional qualifier too. It's good, but it's bad for this. It's a fantastically written story. Bad for Max Payne. It's one of those things where I'm just frustrated because it's a game that's shrouded with so much good gameplay. There's so many good elements, and then just so many other things have to fuck it up for me. Just the visual effects and the story not being what I want it to be is what really is so depressing. But then all the presentation, like when you get into the thick of it, and it's like, bah, 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 and you're in slow motion, and you're shooting guys, and you're in the flow state, and you're diving from cover to cover, and like doing the like perfectly executing stuff. That is when it's peak, and I love it. And you're like, oh man, we're so back. Because that's how you feel when you're playing the other games. You know, you're like in your flow state, you're doing cool stuff, you're max paying it up, paying to the max. But then I'm reminded that the story is not where it is, and then they try to get me with this fucking theme like I'm supposed to remember the good old days. That's why I'm like, I just wanted to reboot. Just reboot, redo this theme. Just go with the new music that you're doing with the Rockstar feel. Call it Max Payne, like the rise of justice or some shit or the whatever. Because that's the other thing. It was like in a normal plot, like I actually really do like it. Oh yeah, fuck this rich asshole, corrupt piece of shit who doesn't give a shit about anybody. Like get him. I'm all for that. And you know that would be a great plot. That's a great plot in Max Payne normally as well. It's just that it's missing the layers, the layers, the layers, the nuance, the mythos. Okay, the one part I will say I think is objectively bad is I do think the characters are not well written. I don't think Giovanna's well written. Marcello is literally a gimmick character. Victor is fine, I guess. Rodrigo is also fine. Max is I think he's written fine, but he's not Max Payne. Wilson De Silva, fantastic actually written character. Who else? Becker and Bachmeyer barely existed in the game. I don't think I can speak enough. Passos, I think is for whatever his name is. He was okay. He's fine. Actually, yeah, he was fine. But outside of Victor and Rodrigo Bronco, the rest of them of that family were nonsense. I guess like because Wilson, I guess is like your Mona Sachs. Not really, obviously, but he's like the closest thing. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh wait, no, I'm reading. Sorry, I read the end of 2. I was like, wait, there's a different ending for 3? No, there's no different ending. Well, yeah, no, I get why people would like this game. I think I'm trying to reach the end of this yap here, but I get why people like it. I understand how in the vacuum, but it just depresses me as like a fan of the first 2 that this. Oh yeah, wait, what? Sorry, before we do this, I do need to figure this out. How were the sales? Because yeah, I have a feeling this probably did much. Well, I mean, obviously because it's a sequel of a franchise series, and then also made. Okay, apparently 4.5. And let's compare it to 2, which I'm sure will not be anywhere remotely close. Because also a generation and also just probably more marketing and more broad appeal. Oh, it could be as high as 2.8. So that's not that bad. All things considered. I mean, the good news is the first two games are going to get a remake, which I think will be fantastic. However, from what I understand, well, is it? Let's see. Who's developing the remakes for Max Payne 1 and 2? Is it Remedy? Okay, it is Remedy. Now, I did see a video where Sam Lake was saying how most of the original Max Payne team is gone from Remedy anyways. But if Remedy is developing it, first of all, we can trust them to obviously keep all of the references and everything intact. And then we're also going to get, even if it's not this level of gameplay, we have Quantum Break and or Control levels of gameplay with that level of polish probably. Or they could, if they're using it with Rockstar, they could be using Rockstar's engine. Who knows? Either way, they know what they're doing. It will just be, it would be this version. Actually, this will be fascinating. I'm very excited for when this remake comes out because it will potentially see how people feel about it relative to this game. The unfortunate reality I'm thinking is people will like this one more. I don't think, and that's the sad reality. I think for me here is that I don't think the general public probably doesn't care about the Norse references or the mythology references or any of that or the nuanced storytelling. They're running through it, blasting people, doing a fun corridor shooter Call of Duty experience and going, that was fun and has a better plot than Call of Duty. So, like when you look at it in that vacuum, you know, how can you complain? They're less interested in the mythological stuff. Okay, I think that's all the thoughts I can get out. Feel free to continue discussion in the comments and all that below. I'll be happy to chat about this game. If you want to say, hey, your opinions suck, and actually, Max Payne 3 is the greatest game ever, screw you, go ahead. Or if you want to have a adorable discussion, or say, hey, I agree, or I think you're right, or you're wrong because of this. I actually think this is better because of X, Y. I'm here for all of X, Y, Z reason. I'm here for all of it. So I'd love to have the discussion about Max Payne. I am new to the series. I basically blasted through them all in less than 2 weeks. I'd love to get more of the nuance, and that's basically why I did blast through all of them, so I can start looking at videos and then have chats and discussions about it and see what the heck it really is about, and see maybe if I do appreciate it more after the retrospection, because I know some of the stuff in the Deus Ex playthrough I appreciated more after I had some comments and discussions with people over. There's some things that I didn't, where I was like, why is this here, or this is stupid, or because, well, okay, there's definitely some moments in here where like Marcelo's talking and it's fucking useless. Or other characters are talking and it's fucking useless, and you can just get rid of it. You can save 5 minutes of animation and cutscene that don't even add any technical aspect to it. Like, at least there's like a goofy thing with the guy's pants down in the first game. Like, maybe if one of the guys got humiliated in the bar and like the bar guy pantsed them and then they walked out and then came back with the guns, that would have actually made more sense to me. Instead it was just like kind of a stupid joke of this repeated. That is the problem. I do have a problem with the writing, in since every single fucking chapter starts the same way, just about, and that is so annoying. But anywho, like I said, feel free to yap at me. We'll have some chats in the comments, have some discussions about it. Tell me why you like Max Payne 3, or tell me which Max Payne is your favorite. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2. Maybe you don't like 3 as much as I do myself in terms of a Max Payne game. I don't know. We'll chat about it. So with that, I shall leave you all to it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for making it through the series if you did. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. Leave a comment. Let's chat about some Max Payne. And we'll see you in the next series, or probably some Control, depending on when this comes out. But yeah, see you there. Goodbye.